Today, Microsoft is very, very sorry, and it wants you to come back, baby. This is CheckPoint.
Welcome to CheckPoint, the first checkpoint of the summer. I'm going to celebrate by staying inside and playing The Last of Us. How about you, Graham?
Oh, same for me. I hear there's a sun outside.
Bleh. EA's fancy new sports game engine, Ignite, looked great at its E3 demo, but it doesn't run on PC. Why? Well, there's hardware. Go fuck yourselves. Nobody buys sports games on PC, so the only game we make is FIFA, and the only people who play it live in South America and Southeast Asia, and they don't have great computers, so who are we kidding about this new engine business anyway? Reasons.
Publisher OP Productions has renamed its blatant DayZ ripoff, The War Z, to Infestation Survivor Stories, after being unable to secure a trademark for their first name. According to OP Productions, the trademark office said the name was too similar to other existing properties, and that they changed the name to avoid confusing consumers. Which is crazy, because we thought confusing consumers by calling it The War Z was the whole point.
Belgian art house developer Tale of Tales really wants you to enjoy your iPad with their new game, Luxuria Superbia. The game is about the spiritual axis of male and female coming together sexually, i.e. touching your tablet and hearing it moan in appreciation as you bring it to orgasm, which is a sentence I just said out loud.
Fans of the 2006 first-person shooter Prey, whom we are told exist, were sad to see no news on Prey 2 at E3 this year, considering developer Human Head has been working on it for so long. Publisher Bethesda said that simply, Prey 2 is not looking up to snuff and isn't ready to show. Presumably the last time Bethesda saw it, it still looked like a sequel to Prey, which is just not what they're going for.
Vlambeer is a developer with a poor track record for getting their games ripped off, so they've concocted a clever plan. When Ridiculous Fishing got ripped off, it was before most people knew they were making it, but when Luftrausers got ripped off, they'd already announced it, so at least people knew the clones were clones. With their next game, they're going to circumvent it by getting the public in on the ground floor. They're going to live stream the game's development from start to finish. The theory being that if they show it being made, that's definitive proof that they had the idea first. Which should work. I mean, it's super goofy, but Godspeed, you crazy guys.
Microsoft's Don Matrick announced some changes to the Xbox One's always online and used game policy last week, so you're welcome, I guess. Single-player Xbox games will not require internet to play. Not constant, not once every day, just no internet. Furthermore, trading and sharing disc games will be exactly as it is now, much to the delight of GameStop, I'm sure. I'm obviously glad to hear this, but sad that we're losing some other things, like Microsoft's own trade-in service, which you probably didn't even hear about, or the ability to run games with no disc. But, like I said last week, I'm mostly sad that all we've heard is, it does this, it doesn't do this now. I would have really liked to know why you wanted these features originally, and why your move away from them was done the way it was. But we're unlikely to get that, so I don't think Microsoft necessarily deserves praise for this. Listening to your customers is a massive no-brainer, and how they didn't see this coming is beyond me. But they certainly don't deserve the incredulous hate the internet has thrown their way either. Of course they made the change because they were worried about not making money. That's why companies make every decision they make ever. So balancing all that, in response to these changes, we say to Microsoft, fine.
But you know who I think is the real loser in all of this? Sony! They must have had to scrap so many cheap shot commercial plans.
But the Xbox One is still bundled with a Kinect.
You're back in business, guys. Coming up, a free-to-play version of Killer Instinct is coming to Xbox One. The only pertinent question is, how much does the dinosaur character cost?